Tonight is your new family fun night at 8 on Tyler Perry's House of Payne.
I've never seen anybody smoke this much before.
What goes up must come down.
Okay.
Eventually.
Okay, let's go, okay.
All right, House of Payne fans, hope everybody's doing well. This video will just be a, well, as simple as you can get breakdown of this week's episode where Curtis and Ella are coming down from their high. So before going forward in the video, please take a moment to hit that like button, click subscribe to help me reach 200,000. Follow me on my social media platforms. Links are in the description below. And if you haven't done so, please take 2 seconds, click the bell and select all. That way you're notified whenever I post new content to the channel or go live. So this is season 9, episode 18, Out of Character. The guys try to get to the bottom of Ella's unusual behavior. So this is episode 3 in the Curtis and Ella Get High saga. And that's honestly all that's in the trailer. They're both high. It looks like they're both eventually coming down due to the fact that Ella's like, I don't ever want to be that high again. And it's kind of ironic because I'm looking at the ratings of the past couple episodes. The show was doing actually pretty steady. I mean, episodes 12, 13, 14, 15, they were ranging between 0.8, 0.8, 0.9, 0.9. There was a decent run of ratings for those episodes, but as soon as we get to the dinosaur and the rabbit, 0.7, and then 0.77, and then last week was 0.73. And I doubt that this episode is going to even go beyond like a 0.71, but that's just my opinion. I don't really have much to say. They're just coming down from their high. Caleb is like, man, I've never seen anybody smoke this much or take this many hits. And I mean, the guys try to get to the bottom of Ella's unusual behavior. I mean, based on, okay, I don't want to be that harsh because it's only a 1-sentence synopsis, but I swear if we spend, oh yeah, that's right, because the ending of the last episode is when they bring Curtis back to the house and then they see Ella in the backyard. I hope they don't spend the first, well, then again, I noticed how they're going to do it. The first 5 minutes is going to be Ella high and the guy's just going to be standing around like, whoa, what's going on? What's going on? It's like you have Curtis standing right there acting loopy and you're going to wonder what happened to Ella and you can't put 2 and 2 together. So yeah, what was it? Curtis took 10 to 15 plus hits of the vape pen, and then you have, or the weed pen, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, vape pen, either one works. And then you have Ella who took 2 weed mints. So I don't know what to say. That it's called Out of Character. But then again, all these characters, I feel like Out of Character is the perfect title or theme for this season of the House of Payne, because of the fact that these characters are acting extremely out of character. I think I mentioned this at the beginning of the season where I'm like, I think and this is when we were under the assumption the show was 5 to 8 years after season 8, but we find out later that's a damn lie, based off the character ages of Malik and Jasmine. Malik 20 and Jasmine 17. It's the fact that even though Tyler has aged up the problems that like a Calvin or Malik or Jasmine have to deal with, drugs, young pregnancy, sex, that kind of stuff, and in Calvin's case, divorce, they're handling these situations as they would back during the original series. So yeah, I guess you could say, like, as an anime fan, Dragon Ball Super, which takes place like 5 to 6 years after the Kid Buu saga, and Goten and Trunks are still looking and acting like toddlers like they were in the Buu saga. So even though they should be, teenagers, but whatever. So when I think about how Ella and Curtis are high yet again, it's like, it's disappointing, and I went into a whole spiel about it in my last episode review, which did surprisingly well. I didn't expect that video to crack 10,000 views, not to mention it outdid my sister's review. So I talked about how the being high thing is being treated as a joke. I think the worst part about it is you make Ella as this knowledgeable person who works with young people and is well aware of like the dangers of drugs, and I understand taking a mint by mistake, but the fact that she just took a small whiff of that vape pen and knew it was weed, marijuana, or whatnot. But you're telling me that she had a weed mint, wasn't able to recognize the smell, went back and got another one. Out of Character is the best title of the season because it fits the best. So that's really all I have to say about this particular trailer, because it's just these two acting high, and that's about it. They're just going to be acting loopy. They're going to come down, and I don't want to hear any bull crap about the dangers of doing drugs. No, because you're dumb for doing it. Curtis knew what the hell he was doing with the vape pen. I think I mentioned this in a couple other videos. He didn't know about the hits. He didn't know the appeal. Why the kids doing this? Like, I don't even feel nothing. Oh, there we go. And then Ella, the whole mistake, and I still can't, I won't let it slide, because you build her up to be this. I spent all these years, I know the dangers of it, you shouldn't be messing around with it, and now we got her act. It's stupid. If this is a PSA, this is just poorly done. I'd rather watch one of those mandatory videos from like back in health class back in like high school. I think there was one, what was it called? I think it was like a PSA like mini series called Private Victory. It had to be made in the 80s based off of the way characters dressed and how they had their hair. It was called Private Victory, and I remember like Private Victory. Actually, let me look that up. Let me see if that's available online or something. I'm not going to watch it, but I know it was like about, you know, high school kids, and like there was a drug dealer in school, and it was just like, hang on, Private Victory PSA. Yeah, Private Victories. It was a 12-part series. Yeah, it's on YouTube. Oh my god. Breakaway. Hang on. Oh yeah, Breakaway. That's the song they came up with. Like, I really wish we could break away from drugs. Bro, man, crazy times. All right. Well, guys, that's all I have for this particular video. I don't really think I'm going to enjoy this episode, but whatever. Let me know your thoughts out of character. Like I said before, the fact that you got the pastor's kid who not only does drugs, but is a known drug dealer, and nobody sees a problem with this. Okay, whatever. Thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe. Please do that. And shout out to the patrons over on Patreon. If you would like to join them, feel free to join in for as little as $1 a month, or you can just make an upfront donation via PayPal or Cash App. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you soon.